Thank you for visiting with me today in Mama J's Country Gardening. Actually, we're in the house. Today is September 26th, 2024. And southern part, southeastern part of our country is experiencing Hurricane Helena or Helen. I think they might be spelling it, saying it as Helen. My hands are smelling like peppers. So, and smell like garlic. But I want to say welcome back to Mama J's Country Gardening. It's been a rainy day all of the morning. We may be experiencing maybe some of the rain from Hurricane Helen. I don't know. I just know that my freshly planted fall, winter garden is experiencing, I think I would call this its very first godly rain, okay? Because it's been getting my water, or it's been getting rain barrel water, okay? But this is actually its very first big rain. It's gotten some drizzle, but big rain since I started my fall winter garden. So what do I have out there now? Well, I've got a lot. I love leafy vegetables. I'm not so certain if the fall may be, I don't know, I can't say. Maybe you know. What's your favorite gardening season? Is it the spring? Is it the summer? Is it the spring summer? Or is it summer fall? Well, maybe your favorite gardening time is the winter. Winter, spring. But I gotta tell you, I have a great fondness for leafy vegetables, and I can get them in its best abundance in the fall winter season for me. I'm in zone 7. I heard through the grapevine that they're going to be changing the zones again. Gosh, you know, they just did this a year ago where, you know, but anyway. Okay. I just know that in my region, in Pennsylvania, whatever number zone you want to call it, okay, I know when I can grow. And, you know, it's an interesting thing. I didn't always know. When I started out, I want to say 7 years ago, watching YouTube, and just basically it kept me a lot of company because I was dealing with, I was caring for and still am my older daughter on life support. And like I said, we still are. But that was actually therapeutic to me to watch gardening channels on YouTube, Horse Tools, Old Alabama Gardener, Lead Farmer 73. He was just getting it off the ground real good. And I think, M.I. Gardener. Those were the YouTube channels that I was following. And I had a great time with them. Around the same time, I want to say six years ago, I began to watch the New Orleans Gardener, and I really enjoyed her. That's Miss Linda. I really enjoyed her. And then I stumbled upon Lady Cheryl. Okay, gardening with Lady Cheryl, and I have the world of respect for her as well. So that was about 6 years. But 7 years ago and 6 years ago, I didn't know much of anything about what you call a zone. I just knew from all my growing up days down south in North Carolina that I always spent my summers down there growing up as a little girl, that, wow, growing food is awesome. And so I've always grown something, but my great uncle and my great grandma had land, and it was farming, big farming going on there. So anyway, what I'm saying is, I'm in the north, and I watched Horse Tools. I watched Old Alabama Gardener, may he rest in peace. And you can still go out there and look at his content, OAG. And I would just begin to start the same things that they were starting. So I didn't know that because they were in a different region than I, and my gardener is on the same zone as I am, but he's in a colder region than I. But neither here nor there. Horse Tools and Old Alabama Gardener was southern. Okay. Oh, and another one, let me not forget, is Deep South Homestead. Okay. And so if they started tomatoes and peppers and warm season, crops, and let's say they, because they're a hotter region than I, but I didn't look at it like that. I started mine like that. I'm like, oh, and because I was growing in grow bags and large plastic container tubs, I filled it up with the soil and compost and the nutrients that I learned, to add in. And into my bed wasn't so easy to work in because at that time we just purchased this property, and boy, it was a lot to be done in the raised beds here. So, but in the plastic containers, 25-gallon tubs, 25-gallon fabric pots, and so that's what I grew in. And so I'm like, oh, they're growing, it's way ahead of mine. I'm like, what? Oh, why mine doesn't look like that? Well, what I learned, and it wasn't that I didn't produce, it was, a couple of months earlier than when I really would have been actually starting. So I learned by trial and error, by trial and error, by trial and error. And I believe in telling people, play with your food, play with your garden, and learn what works for you. So now I understand, I've been understood now, and I'm not new to gardening, like I said, but I know much more than I knew 7 years ago. And I'm glad I absorbed what I did when I did, because then when, the pandemic started, and long before the pandemic, I encouraged people, hey, grow with me, Hey, you better learn how to grow your own food. Hey, you better learn how to make your own bread. Hey, you better learn how to, And they thought, oh, I'm not worried about it. All of a sudden, the pandemic started, and people were spending more time at home, and they couldn't run out to the restaurants and places like that to grab something to eat real quick. They were learning how to grow food. Now and then they would say, hey, Mama J, hey, Auntie, well, how did you say you do that again? And so I spread the news and encourage many, as I hope I'm still doing now, to grow your own food. And if you know how to grow your own food, and you decide, I don't want to do so much of this anymore, but at least you know how to do it. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. So, I'm still harvesting a lot. And so what do I have out there for the fall? Well, let me tell you what I'm still harvesting now from my spring, summer. So, you know, this is the bell pepper. Isn't that a pretty big bell pepper? Very proud of it. Peppers grow and produce later. We start seeing peppers pop out in August. And then they pop out abundantly late July or early August. But in its largest abundance in August. Okay, so this bell pepper. And the hotter the pepper, and bell peppers are a little slow. But this is what I'm getting. I'm very happy with this. So the hot peppers are just beginning to pop out real good. So look at that. Ooh, that's a beauty. And it's hot, let me just tell you that. Now I'm growing an abundance of peppers. And they are really showing off now, late August, early September. Oh my God, my bushes are full of peppers. So here is a hot pepper. Here's another one. Okay. I could have left it on the vine a little longer. It's okay. All right. This one is on the sweet side. Okay. But you still know you ate a pepper. Okay. And look at that. Look at that. And I've had them be bigger than this too. Look at that. Okay? I have them wider and better and everything than that. Poblanos out there. Okay, look at that habanero. Yes, yeah. I mean that jalapeno. The jalapeno. So there's more where they came from. I'm just showing you. I'm still harvesting. I like harvesting my tomatoes when they are just starting to shade off some. And I harvest them also when they are green and full. Okay? And I do that because I don't want, you know, the birds in them to see it change and to its color, whatever color that's supposed to be. It could be orange, it could be yellow, it could be, you know, when it ripens. Because they're going to go take a snap out of it. Ooh, squirrels. Yeah, they're watching my garden like I'm watching. But here you go. So I'm still harvesting some tomatoes, but not so much anymore. These are the last. I have some more tomatoes growing outside my gate in the container, and it's still on our property. But the ones that were growing of my first planting, initial planting in the spring, these are the last of those. So I'm preparing my garden for the fall, winter. I'm going to have an abundance of peppers still growing out there. Okay, but here's tomatoes. And I didn't show any right here, but grape tomatoes and cherry tomatoes, yeah, I got truckloads of those. And so I'm finished with that for this season. Until next spring, I'll start that up again. But my garden right now is dedicated to fall and winter, okay? And my soil has been tilled, and I added nutrients as I use an area, garden tone, blood meal, chicken manure, compost, am I missing something? Oh, and liquid fertilizer, which is adding more nitrogen to my soil. I'm adding. So, because those beds and those containers have been utilized all this time, and it needs to be refreshed. So, as I get ready for my fall, winter garden. So, what do I have out there? Well, what's growing out there, I added already. Mustard greens. I'm going to grow a lot of leafy vegetables. Mustard greens. I found mustard greens will grow all the way through the coldest winters here. Okay, we can get below 0. I've had a lot of success with that. We were eating a lot of mustard greens all the way through, I want to say until around May. And yeah, I say late May. I still had some out there, but late May. And it was getting warm weather, so it was enough of that. Turnip tops, turnip greens, we call them. That's out there. Turnips with the bulbs. Planted too. Planted also rutabagas, yellow turnips, we call them. And the tops of those can be eaten. That's the leafy vegetables off of those rooted crops, okay? But anyway, cabbage. I find I'm more successful with getting ahead on my cabbage in the fall, winter than I am in the spring, summer. I got the leaves in the spring, summer, but in the fall, winter, I can get ahead as well as the leaves. Okay? So cabbage, broccoli, that's out there, planted. Collard greens galore, lots and lots of collard greens, lots and lots of turnip greens, meaning the tops. Maybe you know where I can get turnip tops from, but I find that I can get turnip tops, turnip greens from Haas Tools, and I'm very happy with Haas Tools. I'm very happy with them, but I can't seem to get turnip tops, which is the leaves, seeds, from any place else. If you have some suggestions, please put it down in the description box. Please do. But that's where I get mine from. Anyway, turnips, rutabagas, kohlrabi is out there. Bunching onions. I planted also onion seeds for bulbing onions, and I'm waiting for an order to come in, which they won't ship the bulbing onions from Dixondale until January to my region, but I have planted seeds. Okay. So I have out there spinach, not only the transplants, but also spinach seeds, directly sowed. I have bok choy and pak choy growing so beautifully, oh my God, they're, and they grew fast, and they grow fast. We will be eating bok choy whenever we're feeling like we want to have that for dinner. But they grow quickly, grows real fast. Bok choy really grows fast. Kale, looking good. I have parsley. I have cilantro out there, thyme. My thyme is actually from last year, from 2023. It's still growing nicely. So I got a lot going on out there. I hope I haven't missed anything. Lettuce, almost forgot, lettuce. Lettuce is growing. I got a few different places where I have lettuce growing. Celery, growing nicely. Yeah. That's what's out there right now. Very, very, very proud of what it's looking like right now. Very thankful, very grateful. It's going to be nice. I am going to continue to add to my garden. Leafy vegetables, plenty of it. And a few different types of kales out there. But I don't think I've missed anything. Mustard greens, collard greens, turnip greens, rutabagas, beets out there, onion, bunching onions, onion seeds, lettuce, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, more broccoli than cauliflower. Okay. Spinach. Yeah, I think I named kohlrabi is out there, and so it's a lot going on. I'm going to tell you that I am really excited about the fall, winter, and I'm also going to start my garlic. So in my region, we are long day for onions, but in the same token, in my region, we can grow hard neck garlic. And so I have hard neck garlic bulbs here. Okay, I purchased these from my local garden center. I really have a lot of respect for them, Primex. So this is what I purchased for them. Hardneck seed garlic. Okay. I also have some more. So this one's purple. It's called Purple Glazer. And this one's called Crandasker. I don't know what that is, but anyway, this is hardneck seed garlic right here. It's kind of like a pinkish looking to it. And then there's the California garlic. That's this one. This one, it's not a hardneck. And where I am, I can grow this. It's like an intermediate, but it's, I can grow this. So I'm waiting for more garlic to be shipped to me from other places that I ordered from. I'm just moving this back some because I was just showing that to you. But let me show you what I do to my garden, because I'm not going to be planting today. It's rainy, but I will separate these to prepare for going outside when I can, and I will probably go out tomorrow if I get a chance, but I already have these separated. So let's separate them and put them in this little tray. And when I finish separating them all up, I'm going to put them in this container to prepare myself for going outside. So that's what I'm going to do. But let me show you. It's not going to be a long video. So this is my hardneck purple glazer. And I'm just going to open it up. Let me see. And I'll take you with me when I get ready to plant them. Let's say what it says. Separate when to plant for fall purchase. If you purchase this package in the fall, plant as soon as possible, allowing the garden to start a root system prior to the first winter frost. Now, my first winter frost is supposed to be like the third week in October, somewhere around down in there. We'll probably get it around the end of October. Something like that. But it's okay, I'll be planting them. Oh yeah, I'm going to be planting more than this. Okay. Oh, where was I? Allowing, okay. If any green sprouts are visible above the ground before winter, mulch heavily for winter protection. Well, I do mulch mine with straw. Okay. Choose a sunny location with rich, well-drained garden soil. Yeah, I know where I'm going to place it. Garlic prefers a soil pH of 6.2 to 6.8 and a slightly dry area of the garden. How to plant. Separate the clothes from garlic to bulb, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. Is I'm going to separate them. So, here is one. This is a hard neck. And you know it's hard neck because I'm going to tell you why. It has this hard stem right here. It's really hard. And when it grows into a bulb, it's going to have a long, hard stick up in there. Yeah, but here's where it's been cut off right here. That's really hard. And that's why they call it a hard neck. It's the neck of the clothing, of the garden. Now I'm going to separate this. Boy, is it hard to separate. And I want the largest clothes from this bulb, so I can grow big bulbs. So here's one. That's a pretty big one. Okay? So when I place it in the soil, this part down here, the base, will be what will go down into the soil. This is where the roots come out of, right there. So, it'll go in the soil like this. Okay? I'm going to plant this one. It's pretty still a nice size. I'm going to plant that one. So, but I'm going to, I'm going to plant it. Okay, so that one here is some more nice size. So each one of these clothes will create a bulb. So this one bulb so far, is going to make these 4 bulbs. These clothes are going to change to bulbs each. So there's 4 right there. Now this one's pretty small. I'm going to separate the smaller ones, but it's still reasonable. Okay, so I'm going to try to get, anyway, that's how that works. And this hard part here, oh boy, it's so hard to get around that hard neck. So I've got to peel the paper down some. See, now you can really see that stem. See there? Ooh, it smells so good too. Okay, now I think this is a double one right here. It is. Still got some niceness to it. Okay. So now I'm at 2, 4, 6. There's 6. There's that stem again. Alright. And there it is. Just remove the stem. Now, this one, I think this is about the smallest clove that I've gotten out of this one anyways. This is a pretty nice set. I dropped some peel and I'll get it. Alright? So, now how many do I have here? In this tray, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 9, 10. 10. So from one bulb, I'm going to get 10. I got 10 cloves, and I will have 10 bulbs. So here's another one. So this is how it works. So I'm going to continue it. And that's all I have for you today. Ooh, look at this really big one. Really big one. Some people soak their bulbs in liquid nitrogen and baking soda. And they do that because sometimes with the quality of their soil, they can get fungus in there. And then they don't get cold enough weather because of where they are in their zone. I'm not worried about that. I've never done that. I'm not interested, but you know, you can do things your way. I'm just going to put this right down in the soil and cover it up. And, you know, be excited about how God's going to show me I'm going to reproduce all these. So, I'm starting some more. So, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'm going to do the same with all these. And now, oh boy, look at that really big one. Look at that. Okay? It's a really strong stem in here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hit that share button. Help this channel get the word out. Help Mama J Country Gardening grow. We have, we're getting close to 300 videos. Yeah. So, anyway, please share, like, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Put the word out. Help this channel grow. I can't grow without you. And I just want to say, grow something. You can take a very small pot like this, if you want to, and a pot like that, if you want to, and grow garlic. Grow something. Okay? But grow that garlic that's good for your zone. And if you don't know what that zone is or what garlic is best for you, I'm going to ask you to Google it, put in your address, and say, what zone am I in? When can I grow garlic? When would be the best time for me to plant garlic? This one is the pinkish looking one. Here, I put in here. I'm not concerned with labeling what they are and when I take it to the garden. Just that I say that it's garlic. Okay? That's all I'm concerned about. Ooh, that's a pretty fat one. Isn't that a pretty big one? And it's a hard net too. You can just stem it right there. Alright? Okay. Alright. Just want to share this one thing with you. Maybe two things. Here are the smaller pieces. I'm going to, almost like you know how scallions are, like from, you know, these are going to be like that. They're not going to make a nice bulb like that, but they're going to give me garlic like from here that I will just, I will harvest and cook with them. They'll be like that. Okay? I forget what they call it, but almost like scallions. Okay? Like green onions. So, in the one packet is like an intermediate type garlic. These small pieces were in there. 1, 2, 3, in different cloves, in different bulbs. 1, 2, 3. I guess this one can be a nice size one. I think I'll do that too. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Look how tiny that is. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd say there's about 10 of them in here. I'm not concerned about it. It's okay. Alright, so that's 10. It will be like, like that. It won't have bulb. It won't never form into a bulb. It'll just be garlic sticks, This is one that I can't plant. It's like really soft in here. This is mushy. So I'm not planting this. And I'm just going to toss this in my compost. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? So I have a lot here. Got a lot. If you can see that. Let's see if I can make you see. I'm going to move this back. Okay? I've separated them all. I'm going to count. For each one that I have, remember, it's going to form a ball. That's my prayer anyway. So, I'm going to dump these out. I'm going to dump them on my tray, and I'm going to put them in here. Okay? So, 2, 4, 10, 12, 13, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 2, 4, 6, 8, 50, 2, 4, 6, 8, 60, 2, 4, 6, 8, 70. I don't think I want to have this because we're going to put this on the tiny side. So 70, 2, 'they can be stuck. Put this on the tiny side. Put it on the tiny side. 4, 6, 8. Okay, so it's nearly 80 of these. I want to try to make it 80. Okay, I'm going to try to make it 80. I like round numbers. Yeah. What do you think? When my new garlic comes, because I have a shipment coming into me from, I think it was MI Gardner. I'll take these tiny ones out, but I'm going to make this be easy. Okay? There we have it. They're in there. Say, Mom, Jay, where are you going to put them? They're going in the garden. They're going to be in various different places. I like adding onions and garlic around in my bed and in between plants, because you know what it does? It confuses predators. They're like, why she had to put that garlic down here? Why she put those onions in here? Oh, I don't like that smell. And then they get on about their business. Okay? And so they're gonna be out there. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that bell so you don't miss any content. And hit that share button so you can help this channel grow. That's it for real for today. Now in here. I'm going to put these in a little plastic sandwich